Thank you, sir. Good evening, everyone. It's Tuesday, August 1st, 2023 at 7 p.m., and I'd like to call the Village of North Hudson Regular Board of Trustees meeting to order. I have a short invocation that says, Lord, please give us patience, discernment, and guidance as we address the issues in our village. And please, Lord, watch over our police, fire, EMS, and public works and all who serve. Roll call, please.
Trustees Keller,
Here.
Curran,
Here.
Merrill,
Present.
Nelson,
Here.
Pike,
Here.
President Wecken,
Here.
Trustee Zeiss.
Here.
Thank you. Item 2, review and approve minutes from the regular board meeting of June 27, 2023, and special board meeting of July 10, 2023.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Mary. Is there any comments, questions, amendments, or additions? Hearing none, all in favor of the minutes as presented, by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 3 is comments from the floor. Opportunity for Village of North Hudson residents, property owners, business owners to make the board aware of topical issues, opportunities either on or not on today's agenda. And we don't have anyone in the crowd for that, so we'll go on to item 4. Temporary class Parent B slash Parent Class B license, North Hudson Pepper Festival, Inc., August 18 to 20th, 2023. Approval requested.
Move to approve.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kirk. Is there any comments or questions? I don't, well, since 1954, we've been going through this in August, so I think that pretty answers itself. So all in favor of the granting the temporary license?
Dan, I'm going to abstain. So let's go. Sorry, Dan. I'll abstain for this. So-
Thank you, Tim.
Yep.
Okay, so noted. All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 5. New business from the board or staff. The first part of that is president's comments, and the first thing I want to do is I want to thank our public works, our police, our administration, staff, the fire department, XL Energy, Down to Earth Tree Service, and all who responded to our latest storm. Thanks to all of the great residents that were here helping their neighbors in cleaning up and with other needs. And also, I would like to say, as we may have noticed, we're only 17 days away from the Pepper Festival that we just granted the license to, and it's always a fantastic party, and it's a great fundraiser. Buttons are on sale at many of our local businesses, $4 for pre-sale or $5 at the gate. And I hope everyone will come out and support this volunteer-run, nonprofit festival that helps so many community groups. And if you need more information, check pepperfest.org for all your Pepperfest needs. And next would be,
Nice shirt, Stan. I just want to
What's
point
that?
out. I want to point out how nice your shirt looks for that.
oh, that's my parade shirt. Unless I get a new one this year. And the next one is admin clerk comments, but and so I'd like to, for those who didn't see the last meeting, introduce Frank Pasquarella as our interim administrator, and I've tried hiring him, but it hasn't worked, so he's enjoying retirement and part-time work. Frank, what do you got for us?
Just a couple of items. First, I would like to reiterate what you just, the village president has said. I thought the police department and DPW both have small departments, have done an excellent job in addressing the storm emergency that took place in the village. I think the police chief and his the police chief from an administrative perspective and the department addressing traffic control and citizen concerns and questions did a outstanding job. I know that when I first came here, the chief was running all over the place. He even had to go to emergency management meetings in the St. Croix County, so He's doing an excellent job and continually keeping me updated on what's going on in the community. The DPW director and his staff, from a logistic and planning perspective for brush pickup, keeping the utilities operational, I thought was very important, and as well as been on top of questions for citizens that are brought to him. Due to the storm, a few items of village property are being evaluated for damage. One is the DPW roof, I think, is being looked at. Village Hall roof. There's a park shelter, I don't exactly know where, but there's a park shelter that was damaged, and so this is being evaluated by Galvin Company out of St. Paul, and we're waiting for some cost estimates, and we'll turn those in over to the police chief when we get those in regards to that, as well as our insurance company. The same can be said for the village phone system. The chief and Nathan have been working with a vendor to review our phone system here. It was very disconcerting, would be a polite word, when we had no phones that were operational during the beginning of the storm. Consequently, we couldn't answer citizens' questions, we couldn't make a phone call. Nate had to go out and buy a couple of burner phones, and it took them all day to get them operational, having to deal with Verizon and AT&T and all the logistics associated with it. We finally got those going, and as soon as he got those operational, our phones began to work. So, but we still have the phones available, and we'll continue using them for emergency purposes as well. With regards to the phone, the chief and Nate are looking at ways in which we can replace that, and there may be a potential that it can be part of the storm damage, and we can get some kind of phone system available to us. It's going to take a while. They're working on all the details and the specifics associated with it at this point in time. We did interview a DPW candidate, but there are challenges relating to this recruitment. We're waiting to see if this individual we did interview is still interested in the position. We gave him it was mutually agreed upon that a decision will come from him by Friday, okay? At this point in time. And just to let you know, I'm working anywhere between an average of 20 to 24 hours a week. I don't believe I'll hit the 30 hours a week threshold in any particular week. So I just want to keep you informed as to that, as that as well. And just one final thing for the board. Initially, when Stan had asked me to come work here, I had already scheduled a vacation, so I'll be gone from the 17th through the 26th of August. Other than that, if you have any questions, I'd be more than happy to try to answer them for you. I'm done.
Hearing none, thank you, Frank. And we'll move on to item 6, Plan Commission recommendations. They did not meet. Item 7 is Personnel Finance Committee recommendations, claims approval requested. Is there a motion?
Oh, that's me, sorry, I got it. I recommend the board to approve the August 2023 non-recurring claims of $67,135.08.
Second.
Thank you, Kirk. Thank you, Brian. Any comments or questions on the claims?
Anything out of the ordinary, Stan?
Not really. We had the final library payment on there, and there was
The flock cameras.
the Flox cameras that will be installed so that we can help our PD out. If there will help our PD in identifying problems or people that cause problems in the village. So that's a welcome addition to the village. Let's see. So that's a spending. So Mary?
Yes.
Dusty?
Yep.
Yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And yes.
Thank you. Okay, item B is the WPPA union contract. And it's announcement that the union is going to open for negotiations we will be setting up meetings in the near future. And the second item is authorization of the village officials to negotiate with the WPPA union contract, approval requested. Now, we don't have I don't think we have a formal motion there, but I would like to make a motion that I will work with the village president will work with the chief to determine a interview committee to be with the, as we've done in the past, to negotiate with the union representatives. Anything else you'd like to add to that, chief?
I'll second that.
Thank you, Tim. Any comments or questions?
How long is the process?
It hasn't, thanks, Mark.
Yeah, sure. Typically, it's been one meeting. I mean, in the past, we'll have one meeting to kind of do some conversations about what we're looking for, but typically when we come together for negotiations, it's a 3 to 4 hour event. You know, there's conversation and then there's caucusing and then we come back together. So I don't know that historically, since I've been here in 23 years, I think maybe we've gone to 2 days where we've had to come back, you know, stop negotiations, kind of go our own ways for a little bit and come back, but mostly it's done in a half a day.
So it's department by department or agency by agency?
The only union in the village is the police department. So it's the 3 members of the 3 patrol officers are part of the North Hudson Professional Police Association, which is under the umbrella of the Wisconsin Professional Police Association, which is the WPPA.
So just forgive my ignorance. So is this negotiation the end of it, or does something happen at the state level as well?
No, it's between the village of North Hudson and those 3 officers. In the past, this past contract was 3 years in duration. And so once the end of that contract comes up, if there are negotiations that need to take place on different items, wages, you know, benefits, those types of things, then we negotiate that, and then we can set it to be a 1-year contract, a 2-year contract, I mean, whatever length of contract that is negotiated, but historically it's been 2 to 3 years.
Thank you.
Any other questions? Thank you, chief. Hearing none. We got a motion and a second. Is there any other discussion? Hearing none. All in favor of opening or picking a team to negotiate with the union officials, signal by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. And next is Public Works Committee recommendations, chair update. Brian?
Stan, we did meet, but nothing to bring forward at this point.
Alrighty. Public Safety Committee chair update. Tim?
We did meet, and we have nothing to carry forward either, Sam.
Okay. And Public Welfare Committee recommendations, chair update. Kirk?
We did not meet.
Okay. How about number 11, Park Board Committee recommendations?
We did meet. First thing I would like to say is welcome Matt to the team. We really haven't had anything to say thank you. You kind of got thrown into the storm, so I want to give you a quick round of applause for joining us. Once again, glad we had you to help us with this storm. And then for the park board, all I have to say is we had to cancel Sandlot for storm and heat, but I promise you, we will, I don't care if we have to show it in here, we will get one movie in the park done with Sandlot being watched. So we have a meeting on Tuesday to pick a date, but no matter what, we will somehow make it work.
Sounds good. That's it?
Yes.
Okay, well, that brings,
That's you.
bless you. That brings us to item 12, which is convene into closed sessions. The board may, there's 4 different items here that I'll read them all and we'll vote and go into closed session from there. The board may convene into closed session pursuant to 19.85 parent 1 parent lowercase c for considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluation data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility with respect to exit interviews of department heads. Item B is the board may convene into closed session pursuant to 19.85 parent 1, parent lowercase c, for considering employment, promotion, compensation, or performance evaluations data of any public employee over which the governmental body has jurisdiction or exercises responsibility with respect to administrator clerk position. And C is the board may convene into closed session pursuant to 19.85, parent 1, parent lowercase e, to deliberate or negotiate the purchase of public properties, the investing of public funds, or conducting other specified public business whenever competitive or bargaining reasons require closed session with respect to sewer and water interceptor agreements, ad hoc committee updates. And finally, item D is the board may convene in closed session pursuant to Wisconsin statute 19.85, parent 1, parent lowercase g, for the purpose of conferring with legal counsel for the Village of North Hudson, who is rendering oral and written advice concerning strategy to be adopted by the body with respect to litigation in which it is or likely to become involved with respect to the remaining EMS funds held by the city of Hudson. Is there a motion to go into closed session?
So moved.
Thank you, Brian. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Kirk. All in favor of going into closed session, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. So I think, well, what's that?